we often see organizations finding leaders that have the qualities that were most lacking in the previous leadership. So it's the pendulum swinging the other way. So if someone wasn't a great fundraiser, wasn't great at really conveying the importance of the organization, so communication skills, they'll go after someone that has those skills. So you don't necessarily want to do that, but it's natural, and you can understand why a board does do that. This time around, we're going to go with someone who knows how to fundraise, who knows how to communicate. And I think it's more important, again, just like the succession planning, is to step back and say what's important in this organization right now, what kind of leader do we need, and where can we shore this person up. So really, we work really hard with boards and search committees to have them identify the most important competencies in the executive. So we interview the board, we interview stakeholders, funders, people that know the organization well as the senior management team, and sometimes the entire staff, to really help. The staff knows the organization better than anyone. Funders tend to know it and be much more objective about it, and will tell us what they think is lacking in an organization in terms of future and direction. But I think that we also see a tendency to go for the charismatic leader. And I often talk to boards about how there's some really great leaders who are charismatically challenged, and they should be given full consideration. But it's not unlike presidential elections. We see people doing that all the time. So really, just making sure that they understand the vision, this person's vision and direction, and that can be difficult, Dallas, especially when they're talking about, they want a person with vision. So the board doesn't necessarily know where they want the organization to go, but they want to hire someone whose vision they can subscribe to. And that's where it becomes a little challenging. So you're asking people who are potentially looking at these organizations to say, tell us what your vision is for this organization coming in the door, when they actually don't know where the issues and the challenges have been in the organization in the past. So that's one of the most difficult things to do, is not only to look at strong competencies, and competencies can be change management, competencies can be about leadership, about communication, about relationship building for the organization and the community, things like that. But that's why if you take it down to the very essence of what are the competencies we're looking for, and then has this person demonstrated those competencies in previous organizations and demonstrated the ability to adapt to other cultures and other environments, that's to us, that's the key.